Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys.
Hey guys, today we're here to go over an in-depth analysis of the Season 8B Synopsis.
Synopsis. So, our previous video that we did before, we just did a reading of the synopsis of Season 8B. We wanted to go in kind of an in-depth breakdown of what our thoughts are from reading these particular synopsis points from this season coming up.
Yeah, and really all we did in our last video was reveal the synopsis to you.
Yeah,
we
it was
wanted
a
to have
reveal.
more of a discussion afterwards. So
Yeah.
again, like the last video, we're going to read the synopsis part by part and then have a kind of discussion after each reading.
That's what we're going to do.
All right, so let's check it out.
All right.
It begins with all-out war has had a devastating impact on every person involved. The communities themselves are fractured. Alexandria has been destroyed, the hilltop finds themselves pinned, and the kingdom is shattered, half of them dead. The other half controlled by the saviors. So one thing that I want to point out here with this first part is really the first line. We know that the Alexandria is pretty much burned to the ground. The hilltop is kind of beaten down because they were told to return, and the kingdom is overtaken.
Pretty much done.
But more importantly, there's the first line where it says, "All at war has had a devastating impact on every person involved."
Right.
Mentally and physically.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of the group has been fighting for the longest time. They've gone through a lot of this stuff, but this is, I think, far worse than anything they've ever dealt with. They're fighting for their lives. They're fighting for survival, because the saviors have the numbers and an opportunity to wipe them out if they can.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these are just some regular people, like not fighters at all, have been built up and rallying behind King Ezekiel, of course, to fight.
And so what I meant by that too was not only Rick, but Morgan. He's like few fries short of a Happy Meal again.
Yeah, he's gone off the deep end again.
So it's affecting him. It's affecting Tara, who wants to kill Dwight.
She wants him badly.
It's affecting almost every person. And even on the other side, look at poor Eugene. We don't know what the hell's going on with him. So it's a war, and it's
gonna take. Yeah, mentally it's gonna just make them go crazy. Yeah, and physically, of course, too. But mentally, they're gonna go nuts. So
all right, I'll let you read the next part.
At the very center, Rick, having been distracted by the conflict, has just returned home to learn that Carl, who heroically shepherded the Alexandrians to safety during Negan's attack, has been bitten by a walker. Oh my god. Seriously? Once his sole motivation in this otherwise stark existence, Rick is forced to deal with his reality. Carl has always been a beacon of hope, a symbol for the remaining thread of humanity, lessons that the survivors around him would be wise to take with them as this war surges onward.
Has he, though?
I think...
I'm just joking.
Well, I mean, like, that episode where it was all about Carl and we found it at the end, I mean, he was thinking more of others than himself.
I think
because he knew it was the end.
Actor-wise, Chandler Riggs played his best episode.
Oh yeah,
the mid-season finale.
Yeah.
It was great. The whole interaction between him and Negan. But yeah, I mean, here is Rick, and we talked about this before, I think in our last video, where we said, how is Rick going to find motivation to continue when the main... His main source of motivation was Carl. I mean, yeah, it could be Judith, but Judith, again, we talked about this, is not his blood.
Right. I mean, he loves her to death. It's his daughter, but the whole, before Judith and before all that, it was Lori and Carl. That was it. Lori and Carl. Lost Lori, had Carl, had Judith, but it was really always with Carl. Because Judith was just a baby and you didn't see too much of her.
So I think basically what this part is saying is Carl is going to tell Rick something in his last words that probably is really going to resonate with his father, with Rick. Yeah. And it's probably going to propel him into the final part of the war.
I think it's going to help motivate and push him. Yeah. I think that he's not going to... go crazy like he did when he lost Lori. I think that he's gonna mourn, of course, but I think his motivation is just gonna be so full of vengeance.
I think he's obviously gonna be distraught and upset about it, but I think that whatever Carl tells him is almost going to put him at peace and accept that what is happening with Carl.
And I think they kind of, I like the way that they did the end at the mid-season finale where he saw that Carl was bitten. You saw the look in his eyes, like he didn't like immediately freak out, like holy, like the really sob face like he did with Lori. I'm thinking, no, right. I mean, I'm just thinking that I think it's just different.
Yeah,
it's different now. Yes, he's going to be very sad that he's losing his son, but I'm thinking that the way they're writing it is this is going to propel him for motivation to battle and win all out war.
Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, there isn't much more to say.
Yeah. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah. So, but Rick isn't the only person who's living in peril. Aaron and Enid are in a dire situation at Oceanside. Unclear if they're in friendly territory or if they've just made new enemies. Let's stop there because it goes on to something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't know if they just killed... Well, they obviously killed... what's her name's grandmother?
Cindy.
Cindy's.
Yeah, Cindy's grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
That's going to be it. That's a nice hello.
Yeah.
we need your help.
Explain that one. We came for help and we accidentally just gunned down your grandmother.
Yeah. But they shouldn't have rolled up on him like that. I mean, don't go to people like that in the dark. You're going to get shot.
It looked like from the trailer that we saw that they were walking with them and not captive. So it's almost as if they're accepting. And do we really know that the grandmother's dead?
We don't. We just know that she's shot. We'll find out. But
guaranteed they
not.
play it off that she got clipped.
Yeah, she's not hurt. And I think that they'll say, okay, we rolled up on you in the dark. We're sorry. What do you need? And Aaron is like, we need your weapons. We need you. Join us. Let's fight.
It was a filler to fill the last episode, in my opinion,
Yeah.
and I think everything's going to be okay.
Everything's fine.
The grandmother's not dead.
She's not dead. Oceanside will join the fight.
All right, so Father Gabriel will do his part in attempting to smuggle Dr. Carson safely back to the hilltop, and a pregnant Maggie is wrestling with the many moral gray areas that come with leadership during war. Let's stop there.
Yeah. So Father Gabriel, he's really sick. I mean, if you saw the trailer, he looks up and at him. His eyes look really bloodshot. So he's probably still getting over his sickness. But yeah, he wants to get that doctor back to help.
Yeah,
Maggie.
and I think he will. I think he will succeed in getting Dr. Carson back to Maggie. There's not really too much about that. I mean, they'll run into some walkers.
Yeah. But Maggie, she is dealing with leading. I mean, she's a leader, but she's truly now dealing with leadership.
Well, she's got a different situation with those captives.
She does.
So
she's got a couple of those guys that are kind of seem cool. Like
maybe like one
of the guys seems
and
like he's reasonable.
That's the younger guy.
The younger guy. Yeah.
What was his name?
I can't remember now.
I thought that was going to be Dante.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I could see that.
But
comic. Yeah, I can't remember his name, but he seems like the reasonable one. He keeps trying to talk to Maggie and say,
and
hey,
he does it again in the trailer.
Yeah, he does it again in the trailer. But
so
she's like, "You're my enemy" or whatever. Like,
yeah,
she's like, "Shut up."
So you got to wonder if maybe is that a trick of his where he's trying to gather trust for Maggie, and in the end he'll spring everyone that's in there on Maggie and the rest of the crew. But yeah,
but Gregor will still be sitting there in squalor.
Yeah. But she's definitely not playing around. She's already capped one from being pissed off that they lost one battle.
Which he needed to be capped.
Yeah.
Morgan needed to do that.
All right, so let's, where are we?
Okay.
In a standoff with the Saviors, she must decide how to proceed with the dozens of POW lives that she is currently in control of, as well as the new complications that come with being a leader. Right. So, again, we talked about that, but I think also that the new complications of being a leader is probably Gregory and some mischief that he's probably going to start causing.
Yeah. Because he wants to get out of there, but he doesn't deserve it.
And look, she lost. To the Saviors. Yep. So now is there going to be people in the hilltop that aren't too happy? And the situation with Simon and the Saviors maybe putting more pressure on the hilltop community before everyone else gets there, maybe causes some issues with her being, the leader.
I can see that.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, so what's next? In addition to war, Negan continues to deal with struggles within his ranks as workers, traders, and others' thirst for power cause conflict at the sanctuary. Having gifted the Saviors a major victory, Eugene's loyalty is repeatedly tested as new obstacles present themselves. So, yeah, so I think Negan is trying to find
The mole.
The mole. Who is it? We know who it is. But also from the trailer, we saw Dwight back there.
Yeah, that was really confusing.
So we saw Dwight back there. We also saw Dwight with, the survivors and everything. So I wonder if he goes back, plays the part still, so he won't be caught.
He must go back and play the part, but the question is, where was that one savior, the woman with the tattoos on her neck?
Yeah, she got away.
She got away.
I'm wondering if he chases after her and he kills her. He has to, because if she makes it back, his cover's blown.
Yeah.
And when do we find out? When do we find out when Negan finally realizes it's Dwight? Does however long it takes.
And does Negan really trust Eugene completely too?
Yeah.
The whole thing with Eugene and his repeatedly tested with new obstacles. The new obstacles is going to be the bullet making.
He's making bullets again. Yep. From the mid-season premiere or from the finale, Eugene just seems like he is just gone.
And I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that gotcha moment where he reveals. Well, we get revealed that he's playing Negan.
Exactly, because he knows it was Dwight.
Mm-hmm.
He knows it's Dwight, but he came close to possibly telling Negan, and then they got interrupted. Will he try it again, or is he playing the part? We don't know yet. I'm hoping he is.
I hope so too.
I'm hoping it's not going to deter from the way the comic book is, but you never know. It already has, Carl. So you never know with the show.
All right. So as All Out War consumes us, the line between good and evil continues to blur. People fighting for what they believe in. Everybody working together for something bigger, to feel safe and have a world worth living in.
Yep.
So that's pretty much it, guys.
Yeah,
I cannot wait.
I'm excited.
I think these next 8 episodes are just going to be action-packed, to the wall, and insane.
So we'll do another predictions hopefully before it starts, but I'd say right now the episode 9, the first episode coming up, which is called Honor.
And it is an extended episode, I believe.
It's extended. That's with commercial breaks. I think it's 83 minutes, 82 minutes long. I'm thinking it's
about 40 minutes of show.
About 40 minutes of the show.
No, I'm joking.
So, like we said, this is the last episode we'll see with Carl. So we're just going to have some downtime, some sadness, but I think I hope there's still going to be some fighting, some leftover fighting in this episode as well.
I predict probably half of it will concentrate on Carl, and the second half will be more action-packed.
Right. Getting out of the sewer and, putting out the fires or chasing off the remainder of the Saviors out of Alexandria.
And honestly, I hate the Carl aspect, but I'm actually excited to see what they do with it.
Yes, me too. Yeah. We hate it. There's other people out there that hate it too, but show has to go on, and we just hope that it's gonna move forward in a good direction.
And I hope I hope they do it justice. And even from the little bitty lines that we've gotten from the trailer of Carl talking, it seems like it's gonna go great. So I'm excited.
I can't wait to cry. It's going to be sad. So let us know what you guys think, guys, because we are absolutely excited. I can't wait for this.
Definitely.
All right, guys. So like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and stay tuned for more Walking Dead coming soon. We are NocBro Nation. We're out.